As a little girl, I was intrigued with watching my mom and grandparents sitting at the table having coffee, and I wanted coffee. But my mom said, you can't have coffee, but you can have tea. As I grew into adulthood, tea became my choice. I began to study about different flavors and where tea originated. Hello, Tea World. Welcome to my new podcast with Bennie Richardson, Tea Talk, where we're going to talk, empower, and advance. Now, come on, get your teacups, grab them, and let's have tea talk. Hello, Tea World. I am so glad to have you with me at my new podcast, Tea Talk, where we talk, empower, and advance. Well, we've got a new subject for you today, and I'm glad that you tuned in. So now go and get your teacups, sit down, cross your legs, and join in with us. I'm so happy to have my daughter with me today, Shanita Richardson. Don't she look pretty? Look at her. Look at her. Look like a dog, baby.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have her with me today. And we're starting a new subject today. And I know that there are a lot of ladies and gentlemen and children that have gone this path. But my daughter went on a path of developing cancer. And it was really, it was a big deal for our family for a while. We went through a lot of dark times, but she came through it. And I want to talk to her today about life after cancer, because there is life after cancer. So, Shanita, I have some questions that I want to ask you, and I feel like our listening audience will benefit from what we will talk about today. So, you ready for me?
I think I'm ready.
All right. So, maybe about 4 years ago, you found a lump in your breast. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Maybe a week and a half. I was diagnosed February 10th of 2020. A week and a half before that is when I found the lump. I was digging in a pocketbook. I have a huge pocketbook, and I was digging inside, and I reached down, and when I came back up, my hand just grazed across my chest, and it felt like a hard brick, and I was like, "What? Wait a minute, what's this? I haven't felt that before." So I was at your house, your dad's house, and I remember walking up to you. You were sitting on the couch watching TV, and I came to you and I said, "Ma, feel my chest. This feels weird." And when you felt it, you had that look on your face, and it's only the look that a mom and a child would know. Like I know your facial expressions, and you just gave a blank look, and you just looked back at the TV, and you said, maybe you just need to go get it checked out. And when you gave me that look, I already knew. You diagnosed me. When you gave me the look, you diagnosed me. Yes, you diagnosed me.
So, what has been the process of the healing?
I'm still healing.
Yeah.
It's still a process. It is a roller coaster. Right now, there's still good and bad days. It's better days now. Before it was horrible. I was angry a lot.
Angry at, can I ask you, angry at?
I was angry at God.
Did you think God did this to you?
I
mean,
He allowed it. I'm not one to believe that God just chooses someone like you're going to be sick. I think it's just a part of life. I don't have the answer for that. I'll say that I don't have the answer, but I know He allowed it to happen, and still to this day, I'm not fully understanding why. Especially at my age, I was 39 when I was diagnosed, and yeah, I was angry because, first of all, gotta understand me and God's relationship. We go back and forth, and I was like, God, you didn't ask me um, if I needed to go through this.
But
You didn't
so
ask
when
my permission.
yeah, but when you say that, it sounds as though you're blaming him for it when you say you didn't ask me.
At the,
Instead of it being just life and things happen and maybe it was something that I was eating or maybe something that I was doing and
right.
not that God did this to me.
Yeah. It goes back and forth in my head. Like there are times where it's like, okay, I've just accepted, and I understand life happens. I'm not the only one,
Right.
unfortunately. And then there's times where I'm like, you are God. You could have
Yeah.
prevented this from happening. So it goes back and forth. I was angry um with God, yeah, mostly. And
So are you still angry? Can
woo.
I ask you? Are you still angry?
um Again, there's days. Yes,
Mm.
because in the healing process, you I have to look in the mirror every day. I know what my body looks like. I know what my body looked like before.
Right.
So every single day, the rest of my life, because of my scars, I'm gonna be reminded of what happened. And I can't erase that. Like I see that in the mirror. So it's getting getting over that because it's the new me. It's
Yeah.
everything changed in my body. Um and I am trying not to cry. And I'm gonna gather this together.
That's
But
all right. I mean,
everything
because
has changed, yes.
you are speaking about things that women and men and children who may look at this podcast, they say, I feel that too.
Hmm.
So be okay.
Right.
Be okay. Be okay to feel what you feel because that's gonna bring healing to other people. So be okay.
Right.
Be okay with
And
you
it's funny that you said feel, because that is what I'm learning in this journey. The healing process is learning how to feel. Because before the process, I was this hardcore person. Like nothing bothered me. I'm just this soldier. I'm hard. And now I'm learning how to feel.
Mhm.
I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and it's kind of annoys me. And people have good intentions when they say it, but when they ask me questions about cancer, and then they say, well, at least you're still here. At least you didn't do this. At least you didn't. But to me, it feels like you're silencing my emotions and my feelings. You're telling me not
Right.
to
Not
feel
to
how
feel
I
what you feel.
feel.
Yeah.
But I am angry. I am mad and sad, and some days I'm happy. But to me, it's just you're suppressing those emotions.
So would you say then to the listening audience, it's okay to feel what
It
you
is
feel?
yes,
Yeah.
it is okay to feel. It is okay to feel.
Okay, so let's go 4 years now. What has happened in your life since cancer?
As far as
Well, when you first found out you had cancer,
mhm.
you were maybe in another position in work and all of that. So have a lot of things happening in your life since then?
Yes, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was in banking,
Mhm.
and that it just became a place of I don't know. It wasn't working for me anymore. It felt like my life was doing a reset since cancer. Because before cancer and banking, I always worked with kids. That's my true passion.
Mhm.
I love working with children with special needs. And and it seems like since cancer, my life has done a reset. So now I'm back working with children with special needs. I'm a certified registered technician, and so I really love working with children with special needs. I love of all disabilities. It's not just autism, but I just feel led to them, and I'm passionate about working with them and causing a change.
Causing a change. I,
Mhm.
I, I like that
Mhm.
you said because of this change
Mhm.
that happened in your life. Now you are working with children that people say can't change
Mhm.
to make a change.
Mhm.
So, sometimes things happen. We don't always understand. You know that. We don't understand everything that happened in life. You be like, could we have done this another way?
Right. Surely
Could
we
we
could have
have done
found
this
something
another
else to do.
way?
Yes.
But, it happens.
Mhm.
But I heard someone say the other day when they were put in a situation, they were saying, help me to, what am I supposed to learn from this? Is there something I'm supposed to learn? So help me to learn whatever it is I need to learn from this. So I've got another question. You kind of went into it because you said that you now work with special needs children. Because I
Mhm.
wanted to ask you, what was the next chapter in your life now?
What I f- what I feel what I feel God pulling me to is I have big dreams, and I feel him pushing me, towards those dreams. And I think cancer cancer kind of took the veil off
Off of
me.
okay.
And because I like to hide. I'm comfortable with being hidden. And with cancer, before cancer, I've always been, I thought, and I still do, think that I was this, pretty girl. I had, cute little figure and my hair. I had thick, fluffy hair and cancer took all of that. I lost all of my hair. My nails were black, my tongue was black. Um, with the steroids, I gained a lot of weight. And I have other illnesses that, you know, came from the chemotherapy and other things that's going on in my body right now. So with cancer, I had to expose myself like I was.
Mhm.
And I had to be okay and vulnerable. And I hate that word vulnerable. I do not like to be vulnerable because I've always considered myself strong. So with cancer, I've just had to take the veil off and just expose myself. And towards the end of after my surgery and I got a double mastectomy, I finally posted on social media my story, and I put the picture of me with my bald head and and everything, and I just finally just exposed myself, and I let the world know like this
This is
is
who I am.
this is where I'm at. This is
Yeah.
who I am, whether I liked it or not. And so now I feel like God is just, He's pushing me out there and, taking that veil off and exposure. Um, I can't hide anymore.
I like what you said about your life being on a reset.
Mhm.
You know, it seems like you said, it seems like I've come all the way back
Mhm.
to where I started, but the lady that I am now, if you will agree, is not the same woman that I was when I was there the first time.
Absolutely not. Oh no.
So your passion for special needs children, what do you want to see? What is your goal for your life after cancer now? What are you seeing yourself doing? What is this
um,
venture?
well, one thing I would share here that I really would like to do. It is my dream to have a multi-purpose center for children. And it will include a center. Well, within the center, it'll be included a place for children with special needs, a huge sensory area for them to really explore. Because a lot of people are not exposed to children with special needs, so they don't know how to function around them, how to give to them, how to pour into them. And I just want to, you know, give the world a different view because we can learn so much from children with special abilities or children with disabilities. And with me having a disability, I understand how people look at me. Like when I was bald and hairless, and I saw how people
You looked at you
looked
different.
at me
Yeah.
different or even treated me different. They didn't mean to, but they treated me like I was sick. And and that's how people do children with special needs. And they learn differently, but they can still learn and they can still grow and they still have purpose.
Wow. Wow. You know what? I cannot wait because I believe that if God gives you a vision or a dream, then he's obligated to take care of it and he's going to give it to you. So I just cannot wait until this multi-purpose center becomes manifestation. Just like this podcast, it was a dream, but now it's manifestation. Um, I want to talk to you a little bit about you have another business also. just a few minutes if you could just share a little bit about your what is it called?
Touch your desire.
Your desire. Tell our listening audience what that is all about.
So touch your desire. This came about right right after cancer during COVID. Um, I decided to become a certified sex coach.
Certified sex coach.
Yes.
Ooh, I know the mothers are having their pearls now. Okay, look, carry on. Certified sex coach.
Yes, I am a certified sex coach. Shout out to Love University.
Coach people how to
physically go in.
Yeah.
I am open to that,
Oh.
but I'm not gonna go into detail. But yes, I started doing passion parties and pure romance several years ago, and I just went to a party one day. Someone invited me, and I was quiet. I just looked around and listened, and the person, she pulled me aside, that was the presenter, and she was like, I feel that you would really be good with this. And I'm like, how did you feel that? I'm just sitting here looking around at everybody. But I tried it, and I loved it because of the conversations that I had with the women. Like after we did our presentations, then the women were allowed to come back with us and have conversation and shop and whatever. And it was the stories that the women told me and shared with me that really made me fall in love with sex education and coaching. And I have a real passion for it, and I held it in for so long because I was raised a PK. And we come from ministry, we come from church, and I just, at the time, I didn't know how I would be seen or viewed. Um, but just listening to a lot of women in church, a lot of married women, and it's needed. It's definitely needed, and I want to help a lot of women um, be happy.
Be happy.
Be
And
happy.
the fact that God created it, so why shouldn't we talk about it?
Right,
We,
right.
we're gonna have you. Just keep your
Let's
eyes
tap
out.
our glasses on that.
Oh yeah, we can definitely sip on that. Okay. You have a 21-year-old. Tell me what's about to happen in her life.
That's my pride and joy, my sunshine, my lifesaver, my everything. Yes, she's going to be turning 22 in May, and she's also graduating from college, UNCG, May 3rd. So I am super, 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 duper.
And don't forget how she's graduating as a what?
She's one of those I don't even know which one it is now.
She done moved all past that.
I will find out later. But yes, she is excelling.
She is excellent.
She is excelling, and I'm super duper proud of her. She's fully focused. She knows what she wants. She's going towards her master's. So I'm just excited about her life because I know it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And all of this, see, sometimes we don't even see what is happening in our life, but all of this is happening life after cancer.
Life after.
And to me, it seems as though your life has just begun and your future is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And irregardless of what the naysayers may say, or even the naysayers in your head may say, it looks to me that you are on your way up. So I am so glad that you were able to sit down at my table, at my tea table, and share your life after cancer. Because I'm sure people have their own stories, but this is your story, and I'm sure you have more. But is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap this podcast up?
Yes, I do want to speak to the ladies. I want to encourage you to please do your breast exams. The self exams at home, to please do them, even if you're afraid. I was afraid to do them for a long time because I was afraid that I would find something, and lo and behold, I found something without doing the exams. So, and I was 39 years old, and there have been survivors that are younger than me. So I just wanted to really encourage you to do your exams. If you have partners, they can do them for you, but don't be afraid, and trust God in it. Trust God in it. He's gonna take you through it. He took me through it. I had a huge support team. So those are the things that's needed to get you through this journey. So I'm just encouraging you to really, really, really get those things done.
Thank you. So happy you were able to sit and talk, because believe it or not, talking is good. Talking is healing a lot of times. And a lot of women and men in your same spot, no doubt, are listening to you. And they're saying, she's actually talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about it. And that's what we want people to do. We want people to talk. That's why I have this table here. I'm going to invite many guests to come to my table. He says, I've set a table, and I'm going to invite many guests to come to my table and talk, because we need to talk. We don't talk. Even during the pandemic, it stopped us from talking. We need to talk because talking is healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you came to my table. I'm like you, I don't want to cry, but I look at you and I say, I remember when you came home and you told me that the doctor said to you, well, let's talk about how long your life is going to be. And I said to myself, what say ye? But the fact of it is that you are here and you have longevity in front of you. Longevity. And can I say to you that the half has not been told? That God has so much more for you in store that he's going to do in your life, and you're going to be an inspiration, not only to women, but also to children, that you're going to change their life because he changed yours.
Right.
And he can change your life too. I'm so glad that you took the time to come to Bennie Richardson Tea Talk, where we talk, we empower you, and you advance. So until the next time, get your teacups. Get your teacups, have some tea, and enjoy. So glad you spent time with me. Thank you. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you again soon on Tea Talk.